One of the stupidest, most dangerous foreign policy blunders Joe Biden can commit is getting the United States back into the Iran deal in any form, officially known as the JCPOA. I know the Iran deal was part of the Obama-Biden legacy. Maybe that's why Joe Biden wants to bring it back, but it was a miserable failure, and it hurt the Iranian people and the world. First of all, Iran never even tried to comply with the deal. They pretended to comply, maybe, but they violated the deal from the very beginning. For example, Iran has conducted missile tests in violation of the JCPOA. They violated limits on heavy water stockpiles. They engaged in illegal purchase of nuclear technology. They illegally transported weapons and fighters on civilian airliners to Syria. And they currently have a stockpile of low-enriched uranium, enough to make 2 nuclear bombs if enriched to weapons grade. That is, of course, in violation of the JCPOA. Not to mention Iran's collusion with North Korea on their illicit nuclear program. Iran has also refused to allow IAEA inspection of multiple nuclear sites in the country, including a nuclear site in Tehran, for a year. And when they finally did allow inspection, it had been emptied and sanitized. All of this is in violation of the JCPOA. Furthermore, Israel discovered troves of secret Iranian documents called the Iran Nuclear Archive that detailed Iran lying to international nuclear inspectors about Iran's nuclear program. Iran pretended the nuclear program was peaceful for civilian purposes, but they were lying. It was and it is for military purposes, and the documents Israel stole and exposed from Iran prove that. So that brings us to point number 2. Let's talk about foreign policy towards Iran as a whole. When Obama and Biden entered the Iran deal, they assured us, the voters, that the JCPOA would prevent Iran from obtaining nuclear weapons and would improve US-Iranian relations. Well, what happened instead? Instead, while Iran flagrantly violated the deal, the Obama-Biden administration lifted sanctions against Iran anyway. And the Iranian government has used the sanctions relief money to fund their own military, to fund Syria, to fund the Houthi rebels, and to fund terrorism against Israel and the United States. In other words, the Iran deal did not cultivate a more stable situation in the Middle East like Obama and Biden promised. The opposite happened. Iran is crazier and more dangerous than before the JCPOA. So now let's talk about what happened under the Trump administration. For the first time in modern history, anti-Iran foreign policy, conducted by the Trump administration in an effort to stop Iran from waging war and wiping Israel off the face of the earth, did not focus on Iran. Instead, President Trump brokered historic peace deals in the Middle East between Israel and Bahrain and the UAE. This strengthens Middle East security and weakens Iran because with the alliance between Israel and other Arab nations like Bahrain and the UAE, it makes it more difficult for Iran to dominate the region without consequence. This has never been done before. So compare this. Under Obama-Biden, Iran got pallets of cash in unmarked planes. Under Trump, the most powerful terrorist in Iran, Qasem Soleimani, was killed. Under Obama-Biden, Iran's tyrannical regime profited after sanctions were lifted, and this helped them hide their illegal nuclear program. Under Trump, the head scientist in charge of Iran's secret nuclear program was killed. Under Obama-Biden, Iran violated the Iran deal and they were never held accountable for it. Under Trump, Iran violated the nuclear deal and Trump withdrew from the deal and slapped sanctions on them as punishment, which they deserved. But now Joe Biden wants to drop sanctions against Iran and rejoin the Iran deal to flatter his own vanity and his legacy. Even though Joe Biden knows that Iran egregiously violated this deal, used this deal to profit their own military, exploited sanctions relief to fund terrorism, and yes, continued to pursue their dangerous nuclear program. It doesn't matter if you're a Republican or a Democrat. Tell Joe Biden no to the Iran deal.